Hello, welcome back to match 3. This is Oldmanpoole. We won the dice roll. Not great. This is part of the reason why I was like, maybe these aren't that great in the deck. Going first. I think I got a mulligan, unfortunately. We just don't have enough going on, and having our 2 6-drops in hand is pretty rough. This, on the other hand, looks pretty good. If we find a land, we can play Illusory Angel on turn 3. How greedy are we? Probably greedy. I think that's pretty good. We have to delay the angel a little bit, it's not the end of the world. That only gives us 1 draw, though. I might rather have the angel on time. Alright. That's close, though. Obviously, the Kiln Fiend opens up to the perfect draw, but I think this gives us a little bit higher chance of a good draw. Guess we would have had it, but hard to know beforehand. Ooh, Mannequin with blue-red. Maybe playing kind of a mirror here. Cast. And Illusory Angel. Too good. Let's sack it. See how my opponent's drawing. Electrolyze. Okay. Electrolyze is definitely a good value card. I'm hoping he won't be able to string together a couple of removal spells and kill off the angel. At least for a couple of turns. Windfall is a good draw there, I think. Ooh, Kolagon's Monument. Interesting. Playing a 3-color monstrosity. Okay, we'll play the Frostlinks, tap down my opponent's Mannequin. And we are going to suspend the Rift Bolt, because we're going to try and Windfall as soon as possible here. My opponent didn't have a turn 3, too. That makes that even better. Spend this. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like when we draw the Windfall early on, this deck is absurd, and when we don't, it's not great. Well, it's still good, it's just this makes for some really stupid good draws. So with any luck, he won't have anything he can play, or at least nothing he can play that won't die to Rift Bolt. If we do Windfall on time, it means he's going to be able to get a potential mana screw, but we're still going to draw a lot of cards. Fog Bank. Okay, well that's going to die. We just got to get rid of that. Pillar of Flame. Okay. And that's pretty good for him. He actually pulls a lot of cards out of his hand. I think I might have waited on the Fog Bank. Maybe the reason he plays that, though, is he really needs the Mannequin. He's just not finding his lands. It's a fair argument. I guess it's maybe a little bit dependent on what we draw, but we Windfall over Bewildering here. Conic Roar. I mean, that does kill off the Mannequin. Yeah, okay. Let's just keep him off mana as long as we can. Ride this Illusory Angel to victory with any luck. He's got 3 for something here. Electrolyze us, looking for lands. Yeah, man, he cannot get a break here. Alright, let's play our Gutter Snipe. Crack in for another 4. Still don't want to Windfall here, even though it draws us a bunch of cards, because it potentially draws him out of a tough spot with his mana. We'll take him down to 8. Next turn, I mean, either Bewilder or Windfall kills him if you can't find anything. Yeah, a little bit rough for my opponent. I imagine he kept a 2-land hand with Mannequin and Kulagon Monument. You're like, oh, surely I'll draw something. And I definitely would keep that hand. Yeah, that's rough. Oh, okay, he did find a land at least. Means it's possible he's not dead. He does have to play something that interacts. Or a creature. Claustrophobia, that counts. Stagger Shock. That still sets up lethal and still doesn't give him a chance to draw. This represents 8 damage. Gutter Snipe is so good with the rebound cards. I guess even Stagger Shock just on its own will probably kill him. That's true. That's kind of absurd. It's 8 damage on its own, plus 2 from the Gutter Snipe, so he's going to be able to attack. So we'd have to have some way to gain life here, or a kill spell and a counter spell. And it's going to be a tough proposition. Yeah. Rough game for my opponent, though. That it's always hard when you just cannot find your lands when you need them, especially with just a handful of mana rocks. Like, I would think that you should be able to make that work. Yeah, the tough one. Okay. Yeah, I always kind of glance over the sideboard, but I really don't think there's anything we change. Still can't believe we lost the Abyssal Persecutor 2 games in a row. Stupid Foul-Tongued Invocation. The dream. To be fair, that second game, I'm sure he'd sandbag that for a while. As soon as you get the Persecutor, you just always keep a kill spell in hand. But, okay, well, not what we hope for. You know, I think the Charmbreaker Devils maybe just isn't good in this deck, which is a shame, because I love this card. I think we're just so aggressive low to the ground that I'm not sure we even really want it. So this hand is close. We are on the play. We're going to get to see 3 draws with the Mishra's Bauble. If we find red, we're okay. Find blue, we're in a really good spot. We have the potential to windfall out after a couple of great starts. I could see this being a mulligan, though. There's just a good chance this deck doesn't do anything. On the other hand, has one of our best aggressive starters. I think I'm going to keep and just trust that three draws finds us land. I think this is a close one, though. On the other hand, part of the reason you play things like Mishra's Bauble is it does let you keep hands that you wouldn't ordinarily. And you can get away with playing 16 lands because things like Mishra's Bauble do or can help you get there. See what my opponent's up to. Claustrophobia. Okay, well that's going to be an answer to the Kiln Fiend at least. Alright, so we gotta draw our second card here. Okay, and it's at least a land. Finding blue would have been better, but it is what it is. Land I will take. Okay, and we're off to the races. I wonder if there's a reason to play the Spellfist first and try and bait the Claustrophobia. I think the Kiln Fiend is probably better. Let's play the Spell Thief first. I think it's dramatically worse if my opponent doesn't Claustrophobia it, and if all he has on turn 3 is a Claustrophobia, it's much better. On the other hand, no play. Kiln Fiend would have been stronger. Okay, nothing. Alright, well we are hitting our land drops now, which is nice. Go ahead and get in for 1. I guess we would just be getting in for 1 with the Kiln Fiend too, but we are going to play it now. He wants to Claustrophobia us. That's okay. Oh, something else. Oh, another monument. Okay. I wish that the breath tapped something that wasn't a creature. Because we just got to get in for a couple points here. We could windfall, draw 5, opponent draws 5. I don't think that's great. I mean, it's potentially would put him without a removal spell, but I think that's kind of a risk we don't want to take. So let's just play the Gruul Turf, keep up Ojutai's Breath, and swing. I guess we can't keep up Ojutai's Breath, can we? If we play the Turf. I think that's probably still okay. It's a little bit awkward. I'm not sure what we would need to use the breath on, but there may well be something. On the other hand, we're going to resolve Charmbreaker Devils this game. My opponent can't answer that. That's pretty good. Mask the components. Alright. Opponent sticking to the not give us anything to target with spells plan. But on the other hand, that makes our windfall a little bit better too. I think because we have the lands to play it, or I guess, and a couple of very good threats, we're going to try and play them before the windfall, but alright. Well, Fog Bank we will breath for sure. And that lets us get in for a solid, healthy 6 damage here. Next turn we get to remove the Fog Bank again. And I guess play the Aerialists. Charmbreaker Devil. I guess this goes back to the graveyard, right? Yeah. So I guess Devils is probably what we play the next turn. If he doesn't have a removal spell outside of Claustrophobia, we're in a pretty good spot. I wonder if he's using the Kolaghan's Monument strictly for ramp, and if he doesn't really care about it, producing black mana. I mean, it's not the best mana rock, but if you need a mana rock, it's at least sort of on color. Interesting you return the mountain there. Tap that down again. So we could go for lethal here. Or I guess we're 1 off, aren't we? 3, 7, yeah. I was gonna say, but it's kind of dangerous anyway. I don't think I like that. I guess let's play the Devils. Wonder if he does have like a Path to Exile or something. Or Red Source. Draconic Roar. Okay. Perfectly fine. Oh, let's play our land. Or did we already? We did. Does that make sense? Since this cut. He's always psyching out a little bit since they do end up tapping for 2. And I mean, it's kind of the only dual land that does, right? Because we are playing this in open blue. Maybe that's the reason to play the Aerialist first. But if this sticks, we're just in an absurd position. Because we get Ojutai's Breath back. Tap down the Fog Bank, get in for a billion. I guess get in for 2. Because well, no, he doesn't have black. He can't activate the monument. Claustrophobia might just be coming down. Oop, nope, something scarier. Something for 6. Is this our Jin? Steer command. Just wiping the board. Reasonable there. We still have the Aerialists to potentially force through some damage. I would kind of like to not find more lands, because if we find a spell or something, we can play it in addition to the Windfall. But I think this is going to be able to draw us a couple of relevant cards. Worst comes to worst, it's going to be something like a... I can't think of what it's called. Bringing back a steer command, I imagine? Yeah, or... Mask the components, I guess. What was I gonna say? Yeah, it would bring back Tormenting Voice. That's the word. Sonic Roar, huh? No, it wasn't Mask the components, I just couldn't see. Oh, that works out really well for us. So he gets to draw some here. And then we're gonna Windfall it all away. I was gonna say we could get rid of the Austere Command next turn, but it kind of works out the same way, I guess. Stupid Boiler Works. Alright. Well, no real point in trying to get the value. I think we are gonna Windfall here. We get a Prowess trigger. Get to trade 2 useless cards for 5 fine cards, and get rid of what my opponent wants to do too. Aetherized, Dragon's Egg. Ooh, Hellkite would have been pretty good. And also Skywise Teachings. Do we have lethal in any possible way here? So we've got 1, we can play 2 things, 3. So that's, yeah, that's enough, right? More than enough. Kill ourselves. Stagger Shock my opponent. This turns into a 7-8, opponent goes down to 7, and then we even had Coordinated Assault, but that is enough. Okay, well. Managed to pick up 2-1. I'm still salty about that Abyssal Persecutor, but that's okay. I think our deck came together absurdly well. It's funny, because I think if you'd asked me at the beginning of the matches what my best card in the deck would be, I'd be like, probably like a toss-up between like Stagger Shock and Charmbreaker Devils. And Charmbreaker Devils I don't even think was very good in this match. I mean, we were only able to play it once and at 8 removal immediately. I think it's better in kind of go long sort of decks. And I think that the spells deck just can pack such a punch early that a lot of the time you're not going to make it there. I think if you'd asked me what the MVP is, it's Windfall. Windfall was just really, really, really good. It probably drew us, I mean, we drew it a lot, but probably something like 15 cards over the course of our matches, and yeah, just really refueled us. It gave us the punch we needed to finish off a lot of those games. I'd been not real high on Windfall, outside of, I'd seen it played in the mill deck and it was kind of fine. But I think if your curve's low enough, I mean, this is potentially like a draw 3 or 4, and it can disrupt your opponent too. Okay, I thought the deck was a lot of fun to play. Hopefully it was entertaining to watch. I love my Mishra's Bauble into Illusory Angel, and the Elusive Spellfist did serious work. I think this was pretty run-of-the-mill blue-red. One of these days we'll have to play the Assault Formation deck. Would really like to get there. Path of Bravery was a little bit of a shame that we saw that too, but no one else seemed to think it was as good as I did, so maybe it's a good reason we didn't go into the deck. In any case, thanks everyone so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.